Whenever Saudi King Salman travels anywhere in the world, he takes along his 800 servants. Out of these, 150 are his private chefs. Whenever the most important people in the world travel, they are accompanied by an entire army. Just like when American President Donald Trump travels, he's got his motorcade, his plane, his bodyguards, and Secret Service officers with him, ensuring the President of the United States is safe no matter where he goes. Apart from the President of the United States, if anyone else enjoys such a protocol while traveling, it's Saudi King Salman bin Abdulaziz. King Salman, the ruler of one of the most important thrones in the world, is collectively worth $1.4 trillion, or 105,000 billion rupees. Whenever King Salman travels anywhere in the world, everyone knows that someone important is on the move. To ensure King Salman doesn't face any discomfort, dozens of planes, his own servants, chefs, family members, and even his official cars accompany him. In March 2017, the Saudi King's private 747 landed in Indonesia for a 9-day royal tour. This was the first diplomatic tour by the Saudi King in Indonesia in the last 46 years. This royal tour became a headline worldwide. Apart from 2 Boeing 747s, King Salman also has a Boeing 757, 200 Boeing 777, 300 Boeing 787, 8, and Airbus A340-200, all of which are exclusively for King Salman's travel. His son, MBS, or Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and other family members have their own preparations as well. The 747 is a commercial aircraft that can carry 600 people at a time, but for King Salman alone, the entire 747 is prepared. It's nothing short of a palace because this plane doesn't have seats, but instead features a luxury bedroom, conference room, toilet, dining area, sitting area, and kitchen. In short, during the journey, King Salman doesn't feel like he's on a plane, but rather in his palace because all of his planes are as luxurious as any palace. When it comes to luggage, an average person might carry about 20 kilograms of luggage on a flight. But King Salman, being a king, carried 506 tons of luggage on his Indonesia tour. Yes, 506,000 kilograms, which included his 2 private limousines and a gold-plated escalator for disembarking the plane. This enormous luggage didn't come on the same aircraft that King Salman traveled on, but was transported separately on 7 different aircraft that traveled ahead and behind the king's plane. Besides King Salman, another 1,500 people also flew from Saudi Arabia to Indonesia, for whom 36 additional aircraft were arranged. King Salman broke all records for luxury and royal lifestyle on his tour to Indonesia. The cargo company that transported all this from Saudi to Indonesia claimed that they used the help of 570 workers and managed to transport all this cargo to Indonesia along with the king. This wasn't the first time King Salman had traveled in such royal style. On his 4-day tour of Japan, 2 golden escalators, 10 aircraft, and 100 limousines accompanied King Salman from Saudi Arabia to Japan. In Japan, King Salman and his entire team booked 1,200 luxury suites in Tokyo's finest hotels. A few 5-star hotels were completely emptied to accommodate King Salman's entourage. On his tour of France, King Salman's protocol required nearly 400 luxury cars. Even presidents don't receive such protocol. When Russian President Vladimir Putin, considered one of the safest men in the world, met with King Salman in Russia, the king brought along 1,000 kilograms of food, as well as royal furniture and carpets from Saudi Arabia. When King Salman's royal team arrived in Moscow, the city's 2 largest hotels were cleared out, canceling existing bookings to accommodate the king and his team. On this 4-night trip, King Salman spent $3 million, which he handed out without a second thought. King Salman is famous for taking his entire palace along wherever he goes. Despite all this extravagance, when King Salman's golden escalator malfunctioned as he was disembarking the plane in front of the media. It was quite an embarrassing moment. He eventually had to use his own legs to to descend the stairs. In 2014, when King Salman went to meet American President Barack Obama, he didn't hold back either. The famous Four Seasons Hotel in Washington, D.C. was fully booked, with all 222 rooms reserved, and the entire hotel was turned into a palace in one go. Before King Salman arrived in Washington, D.C., the Four Seasons Hotel was completely transformed into gold. Special golden items were brought from Saudi Arabia, including golden furniture, carpets, lamps, bed sheets, golden chairs, and even golden hair dryers. It was reported that even the hotel parking lot was lined with red carpets so that King Salman wouldn't have to set foot on the ground. That's the story of Saudi King Salman. Following in his father's footsteps, Saudi Prince Mohammed bin Salman is no less. When the prince visited Los Angeles, he booked all 285 suites at the Four Seasons Hotel. Not just the suites, but the entire hotel was given an Arabic touch, from the decor to the menu. And that was just for a few nights. In total, Prince Mohammed bin Salman spent $2 million, or 150 million rupees. But interestingly, the prince himself didn't stay even one night in that hotel, instead booking a separate private palace for himself. The 285-suite hotel was booked only for his entourage, and this tour wasn't the first display of Mohammed bin Salman's wealth. In 2014, he did a similar tour to the Maldives, where he booked 3 entire islands. Arriving in style, Mohammed bin Salman was aboard a private yacht, surrounded by an army of bodyguards. No one else was allowed on those 3 islands, except for the Crown Prince and his close associates. This tour cost Mohammed bin Salman $30 million, or 2.25 billion rupees. As we wrap up, let's not forget that when King Salman bin Abdulaziz visited France in 2015, 100,000 people protested against the king because the public beach where King Salman's villa was located was closed off to the public. An elevator was even installed just for King Salman to access the beach. I hope you enjoyed this episode of WorldWrapTV. Don't forget to leave a comment because I read every single one. Make sure to like the video, and I'll see you in the next great video.